From the green hills of Dublin came Francis McGinnis, with the salt on his coat and the sea in his eyes. Sailed east for the west and the hard new world distance, where thunder wore boots under borrowed skies. He marched with young Washington, mud on his shoulders, through rain-swollen rivers and black water fog. Cut roads through the forest with axe heads and soldiers, raised Ligoniers' walls from the rock and the bog. So lift up your glass for old Francis McGinnis, who followed the drum where the wild rivers run. From fort to raw frontier he carried his witness of powder and prayer and the promise begun. From Dublin's cold shore to the laurel and pine, his story walks on down the frontier line. At Duquesne's burnt timbers the red dawn was leaning, smoke in his lungs and a shout in his throat. He saw kingdoms crumble in silence and screaming. He watched a new flag catch the wind of that hope. Years turned like a grindstone, the crown turned to stranger. Westmoreland called him, the borders ran red. He slipped through the tree line, a long-shadowed ranger, a whisper in buckskin where most men saw dread. So lift up your glass for old Francis McGinnis, a shadow in spruce where the war trails were drawn. Forest-made fighter, a dust-colored witness, who guarded the cabins till grey broke the dawn. From Dublin's cold shore to the laurel and pine, his story walks on down the frontier line. He took Rebecca's hand by the coal-smelling river. They buried their dead and they planted their corn. Named a boy William, a bright, stubborn giver, who followed the game where the tall grass was torn. William rode west where the long canes were swaying. Kentucky lay waiting, half rumor, half dream. Tracks of his father in all of his praying, flint, faith, and hunger stitched into the seam. So lift up your glass for the name McGinnis, for Francis who carved out a world with his will, for William who carried that old Irish fitness through briar and flood and the blue-shadowed hills. From Dublin's cold shore to the laurel and pine, their story walks on. So lift up your glass for the name McGinnis, for Francis who carved out a world with his will, for the 8 generations that continue through to this very day. The frontier remains a part of our life, just as it was for them. Their story walks on. Their story walks on. Our story goes on. Through our lives, our story goes on.